What's up, Conroe High? Today's Wednesday, February 22nd. I'm Kyle.
And I'm Travis. In today's show, we'll be talking about former President Jimmy Carter's health and the banning of balloons in California beaches.
So stay tuned for today's episode of Total Recap. Environmental advocates have balloons in their sights, unlike the first of two Sidewinder missiles shot 2 Sundays ago. But that's besides the point. The turtles should now be sighing with relief because balloons will be banned in Laguna Beach, California as of 2024. Thanks to the turtle lovers, they are, quote, chipping away at all these things we find and trying to clean up the ocean one item at a time. Before voting for balloon rights, Chad Nelson stated that this is the beginning. That's so exciting. Anyways, if you want to throw a birthday party at Laguna Beach, just go literally anywhere else. Hope he doesn't live in Laguna Beach because Jimmy Carter's going to need get well soon balloons.
Over the past few days, word has come out that former President Jimmy Carter has entered hospice care. Carter, born October 1st, 1924, is 98 years old and holds the record for being the oldest living president in United States history. Carter has had issues over the past few years from a broken hip and pelvis, resulting from a series of falls. Jimmy Carter is also a cancer survivor, but despite that, he has continued to try to remain active throughout his old age, which many people believe was his ultimate downfall. After a series of short hospital stays, Carter himself decided that he'd prefer to spend his remaining days with his family at home. Jimmy Carter held many accomplishments in his time as office, including pardoning all Vietnam War draft evaders, normalizing relationships with China, putting a great emphasis on human rights, and the Camp David Accords, which are widely considered the first successful attempt of settling conflicts in the Middle East.
We'll now take you to a quick commercial break. Since this month is CTE month, we wanted to highlight our health science program here at CHS. Health Science CTE program is a combination of coursework, labs, and experimental learning to equip our students with the skills needed to pursue a career in healthcare.
I'm Skylar Renville. I'm a junior, and I'm in medical terminology right now. The class, so medical terminology, you're learning prefixes, suffixes, the root words, where they stem from sometimes. We've touched on different body types like your bones, trying to learn more about it, but we mostly touch up on the words. So the illnesses, how to treat them, where they stem from.
Students develop leadership techniques, problem-solving abilities, and effective communication skills needed to interact with patients and healthcare professionals.
We do a lot of peer working, so we work on each other, or we do a lot of paper worksheets, or we do a lot of in-class learning where Miss LeBecky will show us something and we do it to others, like we're doing right now. We're checking blood pressure, so we learn on each other. You could do anything ranging to a vet, or a doctor, a nurse. You could really do anything that has to do with medicine or in the medical field.
Our programs also value ethical and compassionate care, so students will graduate with the comprehensive knowledge and skills needed to work in a thriving healthcare industry.
I would definitely recommend taking this class as long as you're for sure knowing that you're gonna pursue in a medical field or a career that goes with medicine.
My opinion, the best part is the relationships you build. You learn how to be a strong leader, but yet you learn how to take criticism, all that, but you learn everything. You learn how to act on the spot, really. I'd say get ready. It is a lot of work, but if you are focused, it's so easy. It's a lot of fun. Miss Lubecki's an amazing teacher, and you will learn so much that you will need to learn later on in your life.
If you're interested, make sure you include health science in your course request for next school year. What's up, Conroe High? I'm Boy, your weather Roy. Today will be sunny with a high of 85 and a low of 65. Tomorrow is looking a little bit cloudy with a high of 78 and a low of 67. Friday is cloudy with a high of 80 and a low of 67. Saturday is cloudy with a high of 81 and a low of 65. And on Sunday, it's sunny skies with a high of 83 and a low of 62. Fun fact of the day, according to a 2010 study, people fluent in multiple languages almost always swear in their native tongue. Now let's take a look at Counselor's Corner.
Hey, Conroe Tigers, Miss Orozco, lead counselor. And today we are going to be talking about course selection. Yesterday you should have received your course selection information, one pink paper and one white paper. The pink paper got turned in to your teacher yesterday. The white paper is for you to take home and make any changes on that paper and bring it back to your counselor's office no later than 2/28. That's a Tuesday. It must be signed by a parent or guardian if changes are made. If you are going to go to an advanced class, which means an AP class, honors class, or dual credit class, there's another portion of that white page that needs to be signed. Please make sure that both items are signed, both lines are signed, and again, to get that back to your counselor's office by Tuesday, February 28th. So what does this mean? This means that you guys have selected your classes based on what was in your 4-year plan. Any changes, counselors are going to look at that, and if we can accommodate that based on whether or not you failed a class, then we will make that change. Courses in a different CTE path will not be approved because you do not have the prerequisite courses. So just keep that in mind. Again, you got 2 papers yesterday. You turned in the pink paper. You are taking home the white paper. You have a little bit less than a week to get that turned in. And just make sure that if you have any changes, it gets turned in. We will not be accepting white papers after 2/28. In different news, we have a couple more weeks before spring break, which means the end of the 9 weeks is coming up. Please make sure you are getting your assignments in, studying for tests, and being here on time. Conroe Tigers, have a great day.
What's up, sports fans? I'm Travis, here to keep you updated with any and everything sports. Now that Super Bowl Sunday has come and gone, football fans everywhere were ready to go into hiding until September. And that was until this past weekend the XFL kicked off. For those unfamiliar, the XFL is a sort of feeder league for the NFL. The league was created way back in 2001 by Vince McMahon, but was short-lived. Then, in 2018, it was announced that the league would be back up and running for a 2020 season, which it was until COVID happened. But then finally, after all that, this last weekend, the XFL made its second return. On Saturday, the Houston Roughnecks played against the Orlando Guardians at TD-ECU Stadium at UH. And after years of disappointment from the Texans and Rockets, besides the Astros, it looks like Houston sports fans might finally have a legitimate team to root for. The Roughnecks did beat the Guardians 33-12. The Guardians opened the game with a touchdown pass from Paxton Lynch to Cody Latimer. After that, though, Houston would go on to score 21 straight. The Guardians did strike back with an Andrew Jamil touchdown late in the fourth, but it was too little, too late. The Roughnecks secured the 21-point win thanks to a stifling defense that produced 7 sacks and 3 interceptions, and quarterback Brandon Silvers, who threw for 272 yards and 2 touchdowns. Next week, the Roughnecks will have another home game where they will face off against the Arlington Renegades. Now we'll take a look into our upcoming events and our Cosmetology Spotlight.
Seriously, what's the deal? What's the deal, man?
Hey man, look, that wasn't very nice, okay?
I don't care what's nice to you. You look like a discount check.
You look like an off-brand Top Gun.
Is that how it is?
Yes, it is how it is. There's a fight. There's a fight. Go, go, fight, fight, fight. Oh, 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 he just got knocked out. Oh man, he can't die.
Ow!
Bro.
Does this look familiar to you? Unfortunately, I know it does. Don't be like these losers here. If you see a fight going on, go and get a teacher instead of your camera. Don't just watch, don't just record.
get some help.
Hi, my name is Karen, and I'm in cosmetology, and my role is to do hairstyle, facials, haircuts, and basically everything.
Explain the class to us. Give us a brief summary of what the class is all about.
The class is about mostly 99% of the class is about hair, so that's basically most of the part, but we are learning like eyelashes, eyebrows, hands, highlights, lips, as well as hair.
What kind of skills do you learn in this class?
Skills mostly about everything that you like to pursue as you graduate.
What kind of work entails when you join the class?
Work entails. Just expect to work hard as well. We do learn most of our work from the work. Yes, and then we do learn about safety first.
What kind of work entails when you join the class?
If you do good, that's what the lecture will do. But if you do bad or you mess up, it's okay, but you still have to improve.
What are some careers you can pursue?
Careers you can do is, you can go into like anyone. You can do hairstyling, facials, nails.
What is the best part of this class to you?
Best part of this class is people who I'm around and I am improving my work and my skills is something I like to do.
What would you say to someone that's interested in taking in cosmetology?
Do it. It's like very fun and very much entertaining and you get to learn a lot.
Make sure to tune in to all of our upcoming shows. We'll be off the air tomorrow and Friday. On Monday, we'll have our very first episode of Polo Talk. Then on Tuesday, we have our next Game Time, Wheel of Fortune, with quite possibly the worst punishment we've ever dealt with on Game Time, ever. You really don't want to miss it.
Also, CHS, remember to walk and talk and stay to the right.
Well, those are all the announcements we have for today. Don't forget to follow us on all social media at KTIG News.
And as always, CHS, start strong, finish strong. Make sure to stay tuned to our YouTube channel for more KTIG news coming soon.